Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a brand new deck guide for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about Moira with Victoria Hand. This is a list that I've been playing the most on stream yesterday as we were climbing towards our infinite ladder. We are currently in like the 80s because there is also a bug with Moira. Just keep in mind, whenever you play Moira, your opponent can click on Moira and see what your first three cards are. Hopefully this bug does get fixed very soon because it does kind of decrease the value of Moira. So like I kind of had to change up the way I was playing this card originally after I found out that info. This is something they should be fixing soon. We do not have an ETA just yet, but hopefully within the next week or so then you guys can try Moira yourself. Right now, I probably would maybe not try her, but keep this deck in your back pocket for when Moira does eventually get fixed, because this deck is very, very fun and it has some really crazy lines. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. So in case you guys did not know, Moira X is the brand new Series 5 card that released this week with Sparky and with Viv. Sparky, of course, is in the snap packs with Moira, which Moira is when this card is destroyed, get a copy of your opening hand, which is the first three cards you had in your hand. You can see them yourself if you click on Moira. Also, before you play Moira, she has a really cool animation where you can see all the three cards circle around her, which is also really nice. But like I said, if you are wanting to play her right now, just keep in mind how you do play her. I would play her the same exact turn you're going to destroy her, so your opponent doesn't have the intel of your first three cards at the moment, because that is a bug right now. So that's kind of like how I had to adjust once I found that out, because otherwise my opponents knew it was going to be coming down if I did destroy this card, and it kind of like decreased my snap condition, which really hurt. But once that gets fixed, I think this card will progressively get better. Just right now, it's in a really rough spot because of that bug. But this is going to be the deck we are playing as well. It is called Moira's Dusty Hands. We have Stardust in here. There is a world where instead of Stardust, you do run Juggernaut instead. It's kind of like one of those flex pieces because of your meta and what you're facing tech-wise. I was still seeing a lot of Hela, and there was also some like Brood, Sinister stuff going on, as well as maybe a little bit of Phoenix Force, so I was running into the Stardust to kind of help maximize that there. Of course, we also have Killmonger and Venom as two of the main destroy cards for Moira. We have ways to copy cards with Frigga. You know, we have Generation with Iron Patriot, Mirage, the Hood, as well as Moira. The cards created as a copy of your opening hand are created cards, which helps your Victoria hand. Misery to reenact some of this as well. But let's jump right into why we have each card in this list individually. So we're playing Victoria Hand. So why would we not have the Hood in this list that generates a Demon, which is a card that is created in your hand that gets immediate Victoria Hand value? Of course, you are playing Killmonger in this list, so just keep that in mind the way you play out your one drops, with Killmonger being present as well, using it kind of sparingly or as like an alternate if you don't have the Misery. That's when you're doing the Killmonger, or you're kind of just maybe tempoing the Killmonger depending on what your opponent plays. But just like keep in mind, you are running Killmonger in this list, so it does nuke that demon. So just play around ordering your cards properly. Next, of course, Moira can get hit by Killmonger. When it's hit by Killmonger, it gives you a copy of your opening hand. You see the three cards you started with in your opening hand. Also, Moira being in your opening hand is also pretty nice too, because she gets a copy of herself, which does give you another potential to destroy her again, or just to have her for a Victoria Hand value, and it's a one drop, so it's cheaper to play, which is really nice. You have Shadow King as one of your tech cards. This is kind of a more techie style of Victoria Hand, as well as a Generation style. Kind of got a bit of both, as well as the Destroy package. There's a lot of stuff kind of going on in this list. Shadow King to be able to reset your opponent's cards back to their original power. Of course, your Victoria Hand power is ongoing power, so your Shadow King does not affect your ongoing power, which is really nice. You, of course, have Iron Patriot for some card generation. If you don't have Iron Patriot, you can maybe try a Kate Bishop instead. Of course, Iron Patriot gives you a bit better value because your opponent doesn't necessarily know what your Iron Patriot's going to give you, whereas with Kate Bishop, they know it's 2 out of 4 arrows. Next, of course, we have Mirage. Mirage into a lot of also these mirror matches I'm seeing with Victoria Hand too, being able to either get a Victoria Hand or get a demon from your opponent, because they're also not normally going to be tempoing out your demon, because you're not tempoing out your demon too, so just keep that in mind. Pretty good into the mirror. Then, of course, we have Victoria Hand. You know, you're generating a lot of cards. So you have Victoria Hand to get value. You're either copying Victoria Hand with Frigga, or you're getting a copy of it with Moira. So just a bunch of different options there. Victoria Hand into Moira, knowing that it's in your starting hand is almost a snap condition, especially if you have a destroy card. If you have a destroy card with Victoria Hand and Moira in your starting hands, that is a snap because you're about to literally just combo the mess out of everyone for the rest of the game. Killmonger to be able to destroy Moira, to be able to destroy your demon if you, or not demon, don't destroy your demon, to be able to destroy your hood if you don't have the misery in line, also to offset your opponent's one drops, because I'm still seeing a good bit of end of turn, so Killmonger helps against that. You also have Venom. If you want to keep some of that power that you had on the board originally, you do have Venom in this list to be able to eat the cards. It eats Moira. As well, keeping that power. Don't be afraid to actually Venom onto a not demon lane, onto a hood lane, because onto a hood lane you can also Shadow King Venom to get him back to 3 power if he is in the negative. Also, don't forget you can do it onto a demon lane, like I was saying too. Venom actually keeps the concurrent ongoing power of the cards he eats. So if you eat an 8-power demon from Victoria Hand, Venom gets 8 power instead of 6 power. So just keep in mind that's the way Venom looks at the cards when he does eat them, which has allowed me to actually steal cubes from some people too, because it doesn't look at just the base power at the moment. Venom looks at the ongoing power too. It kind of looks like in Nidavellir, when he eats a card Nidavellir, he gets that card's extra power at the moment. So just keep that in mind. And then you have Frigga to be able to copy your Victoria Hand, copy your Iron Patriot generated cards, copy your Mirage generated cards, copy a Venom that just ate a bunch of cards. Also is really nice, getting a copy of that. And all of these copies do also benefit your Victoria Hand, which is really nice. You have Shang-Chi for a tech card if your opponents are playing a lot of heavy powered cards, which we're still seeing a lot of 10 or more powered cards. So you can have Shang-Chi. You could also instead do Juggernaut if you'd rather do Juggernaut. There is also Stardust. Like, this is kind of just like meta or like matchup dependent. You could do Stardust instead of Shang-Chi, or Stardust instead of Juggernaut, or Juggernaut instead of Stardust. Like, this is that flex spot, but I still would do the Misery line. I like the Misery line to be able to get more generated cards, as well as to be able to get the Hood, because if you can get the Hood destroy, that also takes 3 power off the board and generates another demon for you. I wouldn't necessarily use this to destroy Venom unless maybe something's gone on and you need to destroy Venom, or if you draw Moira late, maybe you're using this onto a Killmonger to proc Killmonger again. Just using that as like being able to reproc those on reveals and get more card generation is the main thought process here. If you don't want to run Stardust and you don't run a Shang-Chi, there's a world where you can maybe test some Lady Deathstrike. I've been playing a little bit with the Lady Deathstrike too, because I have been facing a good bit of Cerebro as well, being able to nuke a Cerebro, or having that as another offset to be able to hit Moira and also be able to destroy the Hood on the same turn kind of thing too, if you stack them in the right lane properly. But yeah, that is going to be the gist of the deck over here. Deck code, of course, will be down in the description below. If you don't have Misery, it kind of hurts the list, I would say, as well. So I would probably maybe not run this style of Victoria Hand, kind of like without Misery. I think Misery really adds a lot of extra value to this. Of course, you do have Killmonger. Maybe you could do a Carnage instead, but it's not necessarily going to be the same. But yeah, we're going to jump right into some gameplay from stream, which if you guys do enjoy the gameplay, definitely feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys at the end of the video. What about you, bro? Moira now gives me Moira Mirage Venom. Yo, Focus with the 14 months! Yo, Focus, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for 14 months. Back-to-back 8 cubes to start? That's hype. That is hype. You want averaging about 8 missing cards to 13 after the pack system? Yeah, the pack system, I can tell, can be a little rough, so I totally get it. Like, especially falling behind, since, like, there's not another way to get, like, more tokens besides, like, I mean, yes, you get 3,000 every 120, but, like, definitely makes things a little rough. Zorn! Ooh, the Viv auto deck? Yo, that's awesome. Let me... Ooh. So I'm gonna do this. They torch. Okay. I'm gonna go Mirage, Vicky Wright. They have Red Wing. They Cosmo. Zorn goes away. I get Moira, Mirage, and stuff back. I go Iron Patriot. This. That fills my hand. Do I need to fill my hand here? Actually, no. I probably don't need to fill my hand. But I could do that and that. And we'll get another Red Wing. Another Red Wing sounds pretty good. I don't necessarily need to worry about Moira here. Yeah. Bro. The Victoria hand also on cloning vats is just so good. But we're going to do... At the top of the hour, if it's cool with you guys, of course. If it's cool with you guys. We're going to do a Season Pass giveaway. We're going to do a Season Pass giveaway, if you guys are cool with that. At the top of the hour, Brady! The GOAT himself is in the building, baby! At the top of the hour! I know. It's craziness. Craziness. Actually, is this a snap? Is this a snap? Space Stone. This is kind of, I don't know, this is interesting here. There is a world. There is a world. Oh no! Brady started interviewing right as he hit ads. Is it better just to do... I mean, if they fill... We get Ultron... Mind Stone... Yeah, I guess after this. Dazzler... Oh! I should have snapped. Holy, what does this bring back? Mirage, Victoria. Oh, this is disgusting. This is absolutely sickening. Holy. Forget validation. Oh my gosh. Bro, this is crazy. This is genuinely craziness here. Actually, if we don't snap. If I don't snap, I can do... I can go Victoria Hand, Demon, Killmonger. I think this is the best to max cubes. No, that was about to be so cool, bro. We had such a crazy line. Okay, you guys have Taco Bell or from like what else? What else would it be? We got Glitch over here, the Glitchmeister. We'll go Hood here because we don't have the main district card I want. Quicksilver. Okay. This could be fun. Carmartage. Carmartage is cool. I'm going to go this. Victoria Hand and a Carmartage is nice. Just play the MSG remake. Ooh, let's go. We're going to go friggin' on the Carmartage with the Victoria Hand's pretty cool. Merlin. He has to change his like location right now. If we get hit with the right Guardian, that's unfortunate. Which would be a good snap for him too, if he snaps that. which is probably the snap here. Probably the snap here with that. Metal Gear Solid, yeah. How's the new game, too? I think the new game like just came out recently, too, if I'm not mistaken. Is Glitch about to probably turn this off with Merlin? I would assume, probably. Or not. Just Iron Patriot. Okay. Into Polymorph, which is Joaquim. Let us see. Yeah, Snake Eater. That's what it was. No, Marvel Zombies looks freaking sick. It looks so good. It looks so good. I'm gonna do this, that. Wiccan with the extra energy, though. Cool. Wiccan with extra energy. I do this. I get 2 demons, and I'll get 1 Victoria hand. 2 demons and 1 Victoria hand. Oh, Metal Gear Snake Eater the remake? Is that what it is, actually? I did not know that. That's cool. That is cool. With Stardust, I'm countering Hella. I'm countering the Cerebro 2. A little bit of the Cerebro 3 with Multiple Man. Some of this, like, Fire Lord stuff I've been playing against. It's really like the tech slot. You could put Jug in here instead. But especially when I was doing my climb in Conquest, Stardust also helped against Destroy. All right, what do we got? Once in Future, which also I think gets Merlin taken away, right? Stegron hits Misery right into Stardust themselves. Okay. With the extra energy. So I don't want this entire lane to be chunkable. I don't want this entire lane to be chunk-cheable. So I'm not going to play both Vickies. Not going to play both Vickies. Am I overcommitting middle, though? 9, 12. I mean, I think they play... I could also just go Shadow King 3. If I do Shadow King instead, and I do this... Cosmic Ghost Rider... Thing... Lizard. Cool. And my Victoria hand gets cooked. Damn. Unfortunate. Depends if we're going to be seeing a lot more of... Oh, we do get Moira. Do I go Moira left here? They know I have Vicky. If I have a destroy card, I snap this, by the way. Esme, what are they playing? Are they playing negative? Don't tell me they're playing negative. They are playing negative. They are playing negative. Misery. Esme. That Esme is so good, by the way. I love this. They have Mystique. Oh, this is cool. That's actually pretty cool. What was the first card I drew? I have Demon. Is it actually this? I get 3 cards back. No, I think it's this. You get Vic. A magic. Okay. Oh yeah, and the Valentina was a generated card. That's true. Gore. Mystique. Okay. I go Mystique, Chi. Taskmaster, Iron Man. Nice. Nice. The extra Mystiques with Victoria Hand and everything too. It doesn't necessarily make the card trash. Not necessarily there. It just like, it hurts your snap condition more. Like about this card is it does show your opponent what you're going to get with Moira. Like you can click on your opponent's Moira and see which cards they get back. So like that's why we don't play Moira out here unless I like if I draw a destroy card here, I would snap into Moira. But I did not draw a destroy card. So because it gives me a Frigga and it gives me a Victoria hand back. So that's unfortunate here when it comes to like this card into like what's going on here, but in general I am liking this card with like Victoria hand and having, you know, Killmonger and Venom to clear stuff. Pretty good. There's a world where we don't do the Venom line and we do like Nico instead because Nico also is pretty good universal for us. But then there's only like one way to destroy Moira. Yeah, I mean, I think we do turn one snap actually with Victoria hand, Frigga and stuff. We snap into it. I don't think we're destroying enough cards to have death in this. That is my one thing. I don't think we're destroying enough cards to have death. They might be doing some bullseye shenanigans here. Carnage also is interesting. Carnage definitely also is very interesting. Let's see what we draw here, because I am liking what we're starting with a lot. They Dokken. Fair enough. Makes sense. It's also a good snap for, or a good condition for them. I go Mirage Vicky. They Meek Bullseye. Ooh, Blade is cool. Blade is really cool for us here. I go Frigga, or I go Misery into... Let's go Moira left. I'm going to get another Victoria hand. I'm going to get a Mirage card. I'm going to have, I think, a little bit less power on the board. It depends on like what happens here. Get another Victoria hand. Mirage gives me the Shard. Moira gives me Killmonger. Cool. So no Meek for them. Blade hits Scorn. Into Grandmaster. Colleen hits the Shard. Into Blade, which then hits Scorn. I do this. Into this, that. Actually, I do... No, I think I like my original play more. Cool. Cool. That will work. That will work. Sweet. Get Dexter. All right. This is going to be pretty cool. Some pretty cool stuff. If I get Frigga, this is probably a snap for me. Surge is pretty crazy. That is totally cool. Lemura? Okay. What is going on? We doing good? How you doing, Seabass? Welcome in. You know what? Also, what other tech I have here? That's kind of crazy. You know what other tech I have here? This location is pretty cool. This location is pretty cool. All right. That is something we also could do. That is true. So the downside is, okay? The downside here is can I win right? Can I win right? They have 7 energy. It's probably going to be like an abs man kind of thing, if I were to think. Or I could do this. Because this doesn't win. If I do this, this is 1, this is 2. With 6, I mean, this is still 8, right? I think it's this, that, I think it's this. We get more Vix to go off. That's a crazy play. So you tell me Dex didn't see the Moira copied cards? Well, I guess to be fair, the way I was playing this was for Moira not to be visible every single time. Like, that's the way I was playing around it. But Moira does let your opponent see what cards are going to generate, which is why I played that the way we did. And we got Lemura. Lemura also really helped that too. Yeah, no one's expecting the Shang-Chi in this. No one's expecting the Shang-Chi. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys stuck around to the very end, let me know down below. Are you guys picking up any of the new cards this week? We have a lot of cards. It's going to cost a lot of tokens to stay close to collection complete. Are we aiming for collection complete still, or are we just going to be picking up cards that we really want to play? Are we going to spend that extra 1K to pick up cards? That's kind of what I'm thinking. I didn't even pick up the Series 4 cards this week so far because I'm trying to get the Series 5 cards. Maybe I'll pick them up, or maybe I'll get lucky with snapbacks. Who knows? This system is just kind of over the place, and it's getting super expensive, man. It's getting so expensive. But I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching the video. Thank you for all the love and the support recently, and for hopping in stream yesterday when we were on the front page of Twitch. It was freaking awesome to see you guys. But yeah, it's been real. God bless, and Tucker out.